Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me loud and clear now? Boy, it's always something. It is always something that's going on with my podcast and my streams, man. Every time I stream on here, every time I come on here and I'm talking that talk, every time I come on here and I'm talking how I'm supposed to be talking, it's always something that go wrong. If you don't know, your boy been on here muted again, man. It'd be like that. And hey, at the end of the day, man, if you're tuned in and if you've been watching and you ain't been hearing me, guess what? I'm sorry. For the first half of this pod, man, and the first half of this nightly stream, who is muted once again. I don't know what's going on with my production team. I don't know what's going on. Every time I hop on here, I want to get down with it, get down and want to do my thing, but it is okay. You understand me? Hey, regardless, man, I hope y'all all having a blessed day, man. I hope everything is going well. For the first half of this video, we touched on the WNBA. Okay, for the first half of this video, we touched on the WNBA. The WNBA is off to a roaring start with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese doing their thing. Caitlin Clark didn't have the best debut. You know, she ended up, having a 20-point game, but she had 10 turnovers in the mix of it. So Caitlin Clark, man, hey, it was a rough debut. You feel me? But you kind of settled in your second game, though. Your second game, you had 9.7 rebounds and I think about 6 assists. You shot a little bit better percentage from the field. And then also, you kind of settled in as far as, getting your teammates involved, having other impact on the floor while you were out there. So Caitlin Clark, you did your thing now, that second game. And I want you to continue to just hold in on just getting adjusted to the NBA. You just got out of college. You just got out of college, Caitlin. So listen to me loud and clear. You can ease your way into the WNBA. You just got out of a long ass college season and you went to the goddamn national championship. You feel me? Wow, you was at Iowa. Wow, you damn near had a hell of a college career and a run, and now you're just jumping straight into the WNBA season like you ain't just come off of another season. So, hey, get these girls who in the WNBA, like I said earlier, man, get these women grace, man. Let these women ease their way into the WNBA. Let these women ease their way into everything that they got going on. And man, I am just proud of the WNBA for capitalizing on these women, coming into their league because Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are box office. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they're selling jerseys, they're bringing eyes to the WNBA, and it's a beautiful thing to see. I'm very proud of Caitlin Clark. I'm very proud of Angel Reese, and I'm very proud of the way the WNBA is going. So, hey, SO to the WNBA, SO to Angel Reese, SO to, Caitlin Clark, and continue to hold it down, man. Continue to hold it down over there in the East. Continue to hold it down over there for everybody, who bring in, who still want y'all to succeed, who came over from college like myself, who was watching y'all do y'all thing in college, who now want to watch y'all do y'all thing in the WNBA. So SO to the WNBA women, SO to the WNBA period. Like I said, we covering them. Like I said, we gonna have eyes and the spotlight on them. So make sure y'all always tune in. You're ready for it. All right. So now moving on, man. I was hitting on the NFL, man, and I had to stop hitting on the NFL because if you don't know, your boy was muted again. I had the mics on, I had everything set and ready to go, man. And I even double checked it. And I'm sitting here looking at it. Like I have my cues while I'm looking and I'm got my checkpoints for my podcast, for my mics and everything. And literally we started off the same way we started off last time with me muted for at least it wasn't 40 some minutes now. It's 20. So now, hey, with the minutes are getting lower and lower. You feel me? It's different on here when I'm by myself because I can't have somebody, hey, audio good again. You hear me? We can't do that. So it's different. It's different, man. But hey, one man band, baby. And it be like that. I wouldn't have it no other way, baby. So moving forward, though, we touching on the NFL, man. Hey, I already talked about that boy Tom Brady. That boy Tom Brady, if you don't know, he had a little roast, man. And hey, me talking about it won't do it justice. Tom Brady, yes, he was back in the news. The GOAT with 7 rings, the NFL's greatest quarterback of all time. He sat down and got his ass roasted by everybody and their mama. Everybody and their mama had something to say about his wife, maybe even Robert Kraft, and hey, the Deflate Gate and among other things. All right, hey, Tom Brady, kudos to you, man. You hopped up there on stage and you took it like a champ. All right, hey, not a lot of people can sit there and get roasted and have your life put on a spotlight in front of the whole world. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, once again, Tom Brady, just look up Tom Brady. Yes, Tom and then Brady, Tom Brady. And you can watch the Netflix special. It was damn near 3 hours, but it's worth the watch. All right, I'm just giving it another shout out because I shouted it out earlier, but I was muted. So hey, guess what? I'm giving them another shout out. Moving on though, the Chicago Bears, like I said, man, with the 2024 NFL schedules released, the Chicago Bears, with me having, me put a spotlight on them this year because I'm tuning into the Chicago Bears this year. At the end of the day, I'm a Chicagoan. You feel me? So I gotta tell you about my Bears. All right, and if you don't want to hear about my Bears, you can go somewhere else because I'm talking about the Bears. I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm talking about all these teams in the NFL. I don't have no bias. I talk about everybody. So if you want to hear about everybody, you want my opinion on every team in the NFL, you came to the right place. You feel me? Nightly Gemz with Relly is the place you came to. So I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. But hey, seriously though, let me talk to you. The Chicago Bears. I envision them having a hell of a start to the season, man. I really do, because they have a favorable schedule. The Chicago Bears, man, in their 2024 schedule to start off with, it looks pretty good to where they don't face division opponents and they don't face anybody who had a major impact on last season. So anybody who was really over 500 and made the playoffs last year, they don't really face any teams like that for, I want to say, the first 10 games. So the first 10 games are very winnable. The first 10 games of the season are very, comparable and favorable to the Chicago Bears. So, hey, I see Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears maybe potentially getting off to a hot start. If he can get, hold of that playbook, he can go ahead and get adjusted well. And if they can come together with those new players that they have on that team and they can really, ball. You feel me? If everybody can buy into Caleb Williams, if everybody can buy into the new regime and the new destination and the kind of turn of the page, the turn of the chapter in the Bears franchise, if everybody can get on board, the Bears the Bears will be just fine. They will be just fine. And I am excited to see Caleb Williams. I am excited to see the Chicago Bears and what they do this season, because there's going to be a lot of hype around them. Because, hey, you got the number 1 draft pick. Hey, you're in Chicago with one of the hottest markets, competing with California, competing with, the New York market. Like, hey, Chicago now, we a little ruthless now when it comes to our players, when we come to our sports teams. You feel me? We bad. You feel me? Our teams be bad for some years, but when they good, boy, hey, we hot. When they good, we ride with them. You feel me? I'm just saying, when you've been bad for some years, sometimes it's hard to find a little sunshine or to see a little, light at the end of the tunnel. But guess what? We at the light and we see it. You feel me? So, hey, the Chicago Bears, man, I hope my predictions are correct. I hope they have a great start to the 2024 season. The schedule, once again, is favorable. We're going to see how it shapes up, towards the end when they verse division opponents and when they have tougher teams on the schedule like, they got San Francisco 49ers. They also have, of course, Detroit. They got Seattle. They got Green Bay. They got, some fairly decent opponents, that second half of the season. And then for the start of the season, the toughest team that they're going to probably see maybe is, Houston, because Houston made the playoffs last year. Indianapolis, they've been fairly good, but all the other teams, they kind of middle around the pack teams and teams that they can definitely compete with. So I can see the Bears having a great start to the season once again, and we're going to see where they end up. Now, moving gears, man, to another NFL team that I wanted to touch on. Some of y'all Kansas City Chiefs fans, man, hey, you better thank me, man. You better thank me, because I wanted to touch on the Kansas City Chiefs schedule, because I ain't gonna lie, with them being the defending champs, boy, the NFL, like, we don't want y'all to win again, because this schedule looking serious. All right, the Kansas City Chiefs, if you don't know, they start off the season in Baltimore. You feel me? The Kansas City Chiefs, yes, like I said, in Baltimore. So they starting it off with a bang. Patrick Mahomes playing Lamar Jackson to start off the season. Hey, we can't have it no other way. 2 of our best young quarterbacks in the game right now, starting us off. Hey, I like it. I love it. You feel me? Hey, I ain't gonna pick who I got right now, but hey, as they get closer, y'all dang the, if you know me, you know who I'm riding with. You feel me? But anyway, man, the Kansas City Chiefs, yes, their schedule looks like a gauntlet. They got the Baltimore Ravens for game 1. Then they go to the Cincinnati Bengals. Both teams will likely be in the playoffs. Both teams will likely be a contender for a Super Bowl, and not only for a Super Bowl, for the number 1, number 2, maybe even, the top seeds coming out of the AFC with those first 2 games. So the Kansas City, to start off their season, they got to start it off with a bang, and they can potentially end up 0-2. The Baltimore Ravens ain't no slouch. The Cincinnati Bengals ain't no slouch. And then they move on to play some middle of the pack teams. So they get a nice little grace playing the Atlanta Falcons, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the New Orleans Saints. And then they hit another gauntlet, when they play San Francisco. Then they got to go to Tampa, week after that. Then they play Buffalo eventually. And then, towards the end of the season, that's when they got, some real tough opponents when they play the Cleveland Browns. Then you got the Houston Texans, who made the playoffs last year. And then you got the Pittsburgh Steelers in Denver. So, the Kansas City Chiefs, their schedule is not, a cakewalk by any means. At the end of the day, they have a tough schedule. And then it's another team as well who has even tougher schedule, the New York Jets. Hey, if they said, hey, Aaron Rodgers, we want you to go through everybody in order to get where you want to be, in order to get maybe a potential championship. Yes, the New York Jets. The New York Jets, man, their schedule is looking, not favorable. All right, the New York Jets, if you don't know, they start off the season with some people now. You feel me? Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. The New York Jets, I'm gonna pray for them. I'm gonna pray for you, Aaron, because guess what? It's looking like y'all gonna have a dogfight to start it off. You feel me? You gonna go. The first game gonna be in San Francisco, a Monday night game. We're gonna be tuned in for that, and then you go on to play, Minnesota. Then you got Denver. Then you go to the Bills eventually. Then you got Pittsburgh. You got Houston in there. You got then Miami on your schedule. You got Buffalo again, of course, in Miami. With that division, it's going to be a tough division because Miami is looking pretty good this year. Then you got the Buffalo Bills, of course, going to always be in contention as long as they got Josh Allen. But we're going to see how good they are with losing, their star wide receiver and see if they can have somebody pick up the slack. But regardless, like I was saying, the New York Jets, they schedule ain't a cakewalk. You feel me? And Aaron Rodgers going to have to definitely put in some work. You feel me? He going to have to really, look like that guy and be that guy out there if he wants to see them, really succeed. At the end of the day, man, it's a lot of expectations for the New York Jets because there was a lot of expectations on them this previous season. And this was the season that we thought that they were going to get over the hump, but they didn't because Aaron Rodgers, of course, got injured. They had Zach Wilson in there. The season was a little bit up and down. So this season with Aaron Rodgers behind the home, if he can stay healthy, because he is a 40-year-old quarterback now, if he can stay healthy, if the Jets can, come together, have that team camaraderie, if that defense continue to look like that defense that we saw a look preview of a couple of years ago, the New York Jets might be something to reckon with. You feel me? Aaron Rodgers, hey, the schedule is, like I said, is not favorable, but you definitely got some winnable matchups. All right. It's going to be interesting to see what the New York Jets do. And it's going to be interesting to see how their season plays out because honestly, I'm intrigued, bro. I want to see how Aaron Rodgers does in a New York Jets uniform. I want to see him perform. I want to see him go out here and sling that rock and see, hey, if he can make them some playoff contenders. Because if he can, then, hey, that's just going to make the sport that much funner. That's going to make the playoffs that much better. And that's going to give me a lot more to talk about if they are good. So, hey, Aaron Rodgers, hey, I'm rooting for you, my guy. I'm not the biggest fan of you. But, hey, I like some good football now. And you play some good football, boy. So I want to see what, the NFL New York Jets do this year. Yes, I said the NFL New York Jets because I got to say the whole name. I got to say the government. I got to say the whole entity because we're going to see what they do because it ain't looking pretty. But anyway, we're going to see. Regardless, man, moving on really quick, to the toughest teams in the NFL with the hardest schedule this year, going by rankings. It was a few teams that were ranked, but with the toughest schedules this year, as go the NFL, they said the Steelers have one of the toughest schedules. The New York Bills. I said the New York Bills. Boy, what's going on? The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills and then the Browns are amongst some of the teams with the toughest schedules. I did see the Browns schedule. The Browns, I ain't gonna lie, they play some people now. They must say they must want Deshaun, boy. They said, Deshaun, you ain't winning nothing no more. Because the Buffalo Bills, and the Browns and the Steelers, y'all schedule is looking vicious. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the gauntlet is gonna be serious that y'all gotta run through. But they're not the only teams with, I guess, a hard schedule. Because if you look at also the Minnesota Vikings, they have a tough schedule because they have, they're playing the Texans, the Packers, of course. They got the Bears, of course, in their division. They're like, it's going to get serious, man. Even Jacksonville, they have a tough schedule. But Jacksonville, I'm not really losing my sleep over them. They're not going to really be a contender over there in the AFC. So, it's going to get interesting, though. It's a lot of good teams and a lot of teams that's in the middle of the pack this year in the NFL. Of course, you have the heavy hitters like San Francisco, like a Kansas City. You're going to always have the heavy hitters who going to put the NFL on show, who going to be number 1 or 2 seed coming into the playoffs. We're going to have those teams, but we also going to have a lot of teams in the middle of the pack this year because the NFL is very competitive all around. It's not really that team that's all the way up here and that team that's all the way down here. No, a lot of these teams, they kind of all on an even slate. You got some teams that's up here, some teams that's down here. So it's going to be very interesting in the NFL this year, and it's going to be interesting to see some of these NFL matchups and to see how the cookie crumbles and how everything goes. So make sure y'all stay tuned because the NFL, hey, this year, like I said, they got 18 games now. Yeah, your boy. Hey, I got to gear up. Y'all NFL players, y'all better gear up too because it's going to be a long season. You're going to be in for a long one and a long haul, baby. Because guess what? It ain't looking like they're going to give y'all another bye. I think the NFL with this schedule, hold on, let me see. Do they got 2 byes? No, they only got 1 bye. Yes, the NFL only gave these teams 1 goddamn bye, bro. And they got 18 games. What the hell? That is vicious. That is vicious. I thought they would have gave them 2 byes with adding the extra game, but they didn't. Wow, that is kind of crazy now that I look at it. I didn't look at it earlier because I kind of assumed that they did add an extra bye in there because 18 games is a long-ass season. And in the NFL, dog, you prone to injuries every game. After the first game of the season, I'm not going to lie to you, dog. Your body ain't going to feel the same until probably maybe March of the following season, maybe February if you're lucky, if you didn't make it far in the playoffs. Like after NFL season, your body going to be hurting for a minute and you never fully recover because you're always playing week after week. Every day you're practicing. Every day you're running your body through the same gauntlet. And with the NFL adding an extra game and making it an 18-game regular season, that's a long-ass season. And that's a season to where, like, bro, you got to have these players really be diligent and taking care of their bodies. You might have to expand some of these teams, their practice squads, and then also just their rosters and the players that they'll be able to keep. Because at the end of the day, you got to compensate for the extra game and for the players having longevity in the actual NFL season. Because my college career, I only played 13, 14 games. And that shit felt like my body was on 15 and about the, I'm on my last leg come that national championship. You feel me? When I played back in 09. I ain't say 09, but 19. All right, it was 2019. 09 make me sound a little old. It sound a little better, don't it? I don't know. But anyway, you get my point. But no, seriously though, man, like with the NFL adding this extra game, it's gonna be really interesting to see how it all breaks down, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how it all breaks down. They gonna definitely have to look out for the players, and hopefully they ain't throwing more flags. Hopefully they'll make the game softer. Cause sorry, but like I was saying earlier, like you gotta understand, man, the NFL, you used to be able to hit players and not get a flag. You used to be able to really, hey, if somebody came across the middle, you better have your head on the swivel because I'm going to lay you out. If, hey, I got a free reign on your quarterback, I'm going to go ahead and drop him to the ground and I'm going to throw him however I want to throw him without no repercussions. You feel me? The NFL used to be like that, but it's getting a little softer. You feel me? And it makes sense because at the end of the day, if you add all these goddamn games, we just added an extra game with 17 games. Now we got 18 games. Shit, we gonna make us playing a 20-game season pretty soon. Them a lot of games, dog, and we ain't playing flag football, bro. It's a car crash every time you hit somebody in the NFL, and damn, they even in college, like, bro, it's not fun, bro. It is not fun, and these players in the NFL, make sure y'all taking care of y'all bodies, man. There's going to be a lot of ice baths, a lot of goddamn massages, a lot of, pliability. You're going to have to make sure your body in it for the long haul because, hey, these NFL seasons is about to get very, very long. When I say long, you understand me? I'm just being honest with you. But, moving and switching gears, man. Hey, what we got to talk about? I know why you came here. I know what you came here for. You feel me? I know what you came here for. Hey, you ready to talk about the NBA? The NBA, man. I know. NBA Weekly recap is coming your way. So, if you don't know, tonight we got some answers answered. Tonight, your boy might have been proven right. Tonight, hey, I was right. So, if you don't know, if you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, the Minnesota, I'm playing. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been playing the Denver Nuggets. This series is now tied 3-3, and it is going to a game 7 like I predicted. All right. Yes. Hey, the Minnesota Timberwolves came through tonight, and they came through in convention fashion. The Minnesota Timberwolves tonight, if you don't know, if you haven't heard, and like I said, if you've been living under a rock, then guess what? I'm going to tell you what happened. So tonight, the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Denver Nuggets 115-170. Yes, 115. Yes, when I say 115, I mean 115 to 170. So guess what? 115 to 70. What that mean? They beat them by 45. This is the largest defeat. Yes, the largest defeat in Timberwolves playoff history in the elimination game. Damn near in the NBA playoff history, I think. So not only in the Timberwolves, but I would assume that not many teams, when they face an elimination, end up beating the team that they face an elimination from by damn near 40. Yes, the Timberwolves was on the Denver Nuggets like white on rice, and it looked like the first 2 games. It looked like what we thought was going to happen. Like, it looked like, hey, the Denver Nuggets was just unmatched. They were overpowered, and guess what? They didn't have an answer. They couldn't get anything on offense. They had 75 points. These Minnesota Timberwolves held these boys to 75 points. 75. Like, what is going on, dog? I'm like, bro, I'm sitting here and I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little puzzled. I'm a little flabbergasted. You feel me? Because the Minnesota Timberwolves, why y'all playing me like this? Y'all beat them 2-0 in very convincing fashion. Then you lost 3 straight in very convincing fashion, damn near. And now you come back and you blow these boys out by damn near 40. Bro, they gave them a 40 piece. And they said, guess what? You want some fries with it? And guess what? They got some fries with it. Dang. Like, seriously, the Timberwolves, they did their thing and they annihilated them Denver Nuggets. Boy, they ate some nuggets for dinner. That's what they did. And I'm sitting here kind of shocked because I wasn't expecting them to blow them out like that. I knew it was going to go to game 7. I told y'all last pod. I told you that it was going to go to 7 games. But I seriously didn't foresee it happening like this, though. Like, they beat them by 40. And now going back to Denver to play this game 7, I'm like, bro, I don't know what to expect. I seriously don't know what to expect. Bro, at the end of the day, it is going to get very, very interesting to see how this game 7 goes. Because they stole 2 games on the road to start off this series. And then they just blew these dudes out by 40. So how am I supposed to predict this? How am I supposed to go about this? After y'all went down and lost 3 straight games, after winning 2 straight games in convention fashion. How do y'all want me to judge this? How am I supposed to judge this? Somebody help me out. Comment down below. Because I just don't get it. Y'all got me, hey, you got me looking this way. Is this going to happen? I don't know. But I'm going to predict it anyway. I got the Minnesota Timberwolves stepping on their throats in Denver and moving on to the Western Conference Finals. Yes, I predicted it. Yes, I said it. Yeah, I'm going to stand on it. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Hey, I believe they're going to go to Denver. They're going to go to Denver. And they're going to come out as champions. Well, not champions yet. But I believe the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're going to go to Denver and they're going to pull out a dub. Just, yeah, understand me. Listen. Hey, what they did tonight, all they need to do is just play a little bit of defense in this game 7. Just a little bit of defense in this game 7. And they can have somewhat of a close performance. They did this the first 2 games, and then they lost 3 straight. So did they kind of figure it back out? Did they kind of see where they went wrong? And then for Denver, what is Jamal Murray and what is Yoke going to do? Because at the end of the day, they never been in this situation. I don't think the Denver Nuggets have played a game 7 in all of the playoffs in the recent history. Like, they've made the playoffs now for about 3-4 years straight, and they went deep in the playoffs now for about 3-4 years straight. And I don't remember them playing a game 7. So this is going to be serious and get very interesting to see how they play after losing by 40 last night. They're going to have to come home on their home court and defend their home court. They're going to have to really come out here and play. And this game 7 might be the most watched game of the playoffs. Seriously. Because the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves, this series has been up and down, and this series has been unpredictable. And, hey, if you're a fan of basketball, you're going to watch this game 7, and you're going to want to see how things shape up and how it goes down and how it ends. Because guess what? Hey, I can foresee the Minnesota Timberwolves winning this game. I can foresee the Denver Nuggets potentially winning this game. Like, seriously, it can go either way. I'm standing 10 toes, and I'm going to go with the Minnesota Timberwolves because I picked them earlier in the series. You feel me? So, hey, it's going to get interesting. It's going to get very interesting, and I'm here for it. I have the utmost respect in Anthony Edwards. I have the utmost respect in the Minnesota Timberwolves to potentially get the job done. But they got to come out hot. They got to come out firing. And you know that Denver's going to come out hot. You know that Denver's going to come out firing. And I believe it's going to be a defensive battle. At least I hope so. And then I believe, seriously, that this might just be the best game of the playoffs. This might be the best game of the playoffs thus far, especially since it's a game 7. Like, the stakes can't get any higher. It can't be written even any better. Hey, I want to see who's going to come out to the West. The West has been a gauntlet for a reason. All right. And then, I want to see who's going to play the Mavs in the next round. Because guess what? I got the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, guess what? I got them winning. You feel me? And beating OKC tomorrow. So I think I'm going to be right with that prediction. And guess what? I know that whoever going to win the NBA Finals going to be between probably Denver and Minnesota. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that game 7 comes Sunday. I think they play Sunday or they play Saturday. Hold on, let me check. Hold on, be patient. I ain't check. All right, you feel me? So they play Sunday. So the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets, they play on Sunday. And hey, I'm gonna be intrigued, and I'm gonna be interested to see who wins this game. Because whoever wins this game, I have them winning the NBA Finals. Because it's a team in the East that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna touch on. And they've been balling. They've been doing their thing. They finna go to back-to-back, NBA Finals. They've been in the NBA Finals for about 2 or 3 years. You feel me? They ain't won nothing yet. I don't think they can win anything. But we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna touch on them. All right. But y'all just stay patient. Y'all stay tuned for that. But let's switch gears and let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks and let's talk about OKC. So the Dallas Mavs, they play OKC tomorrow. And I think they play, if I'm not mistaken, actually in Dallas. Hold on, let me double check. Come on. You know I got to fact check myself sometimes. Don't come at me. But yeah. So Saturday, the Dallas Mavericks, they play the OKC Thunder in, guess where they playing at? 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 They playing in Dallas. So that's why I got Dallas winning. Can OKC pull it out on the road? Can OKC make me a believer? Can OKC really pull this thing out? I don't know. If I'm being honest with you. And hey, with the Dallas Mavs, man, I feel like they've been coming together as of late. Luka, did you see him last game? Boy, that boy was pulling up, boy. Hey, that boy looking like me, boy, back in my heyday. Hey, that boy Luka, boy. Hey, you must watch a couple of my clips, boy. Hey, you ain't gotta lie. I know you out here tuned in, boy. I know you. Hey, I know y'all see the clips. Boy. Hey, nah, I'm guessing. But seriously though, Luka has been coming into his own, man. Luka, he's been stroking the ball. He's been more efficient in this series. He is actually looking like he's primed and ready to make a deep playoff run. And that's why I'm picking them to close out OKC this next game. You know, the series right now, if you don't know, Dallas is up 3-2. And they play in Dallas versus OKC to close it out. And whoever wins this game, if Dallas wins, then guess what? They move on to the Western Conference. If OKC wins, then guess what? They force a game 7. And I don't see OKC winning, man. I don't see OKC winning. I feel like Kyrie gonna come out with his hair on fire. Luka gonna continue to play the way he's been playing because he's been efficient. He's been balling, you know. And I really foresee that, you know, the Dallas Mavs, they're gonna close out this game. You know, Kyrie, hey, at the end of the day, come do your thing. You know, y'all can get an extra day or 2 rest. You feel me? Luka, come out and do your thing. You feel me? Like the Dallas Mavs, they've been playing like a team, man, and they've been looking better and better as the weeks go. And I feel like Luka and Kyrie, they're finally meshing. They're finally learning how to play together. They're finally kind of having that yin and yang, like, all right, you gonna go off, I'm gonna go off. Okay, you gonna get your shots off, I can get my shots off. Like they're having that nice balance, man, and I'm loving it. Like to see Luka and Kyrie actually come together, bring this team into playoff contention, have them set up to potentially go on to the Western Conference Finals and potentially even go on to the finals. I don't have them going to the finals, but guess what? When you make it to that Western Conference Finals, anything is possible. So I'm not going to say they ain't going to do it, but I got them winning this game versus OKC, and I got them closing out OKC tomorrow. Well, they don't play tomorrow. I'm guessing. They play actually the New York Knicks versus Pacers. They play tomorrow. Dallas, they play OKC on Saturday. So Saturday, guess what? I got the Mavs winning. I got the Mavs moving on to the Western Conference Finals on Saturday. But hold on, but I got to get my butt in there. But if Dallas lose and OKC can force that game 7, OKC, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Hey, I might have to just throw the cards up and be like, hey, who? I don't know who's gonna win. But nah, I got Dallas. Even if OKC forces a game 7, I'm still gonna take Dallas. But I got Dallas closing this series out on Saturday. But guess what? We're gonna have to wait and find out. Yes, we're gonna have to wait and find out. Now, moving on, switching gears really quick. Switching gears, man. Switching gears to another team, but we gotta go. We gotta talk about the teams in the East, man. I know. Y'all don't want me to. I don't want to. But guess what? We have to. So, the Eastern Conference, man. Hey, I know y'all want me to talk about them, but I gotta talk about them. Boy, I know you don't want me to, but guess what? I don't got no other choice. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? But seriously though, man. Hey, the Western. Nah, see, I'm thinking about the Western Conference one. I know I got to talk about the Eastern Conference. Well, I don't want to talk about the Eastern Conference, though. But anyway, the Eastern Conference, if you don't know, the Celtics actually beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. I called this. I told you, man, hey, when it comes to the East, see, I'm about to start yawning again. I'm sleep on the East for a reason, all right? The Celtics, I got them going to the finals. At the end of the day, the Celtics, they finna be living their best lives. They finna be chilling because guess what? I think the Pacers, boy, they ain't gonna let the Knicks close them out like that tomorrow. I think the Pacers, they gonna come out. They gonna whoop. Bob and we. Yeah, on my Mike Tyson. What? I mean, anyway, but I don't think the Pacers are gonna go down without a fight, man. If you don't know, right now in the Eastern Conference, you know, I was gonna touch on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm gonna touch on them with the Celtics in a little bit because I'm gonna touch on Donovan Mitchell and I'm gonna go ahead, you know, rattle off because that's a boring series. It's already over. But right now, it's like, hey, stay with me now. We're gonna talk about the New York Knicks and the Pacers. So the Pacers, like I said, I don't see the Pacers going out without a fight, man. The Pacers have been battling this whole series, and they trying to like show people like, hey, we here. You know, we might not be ready yet to, you know, take that next step, but just know we here. And the New York Knicks, man, they've been battling, man. And that boy Jalen Brunson, he did it again. Put up another 40-piece, boy. He said, hey, I got a 40-piece for you. You want some fries with that? You can have some barbecue sauce, some mild sauce, and you can have some hot sauce. Hey, that boy Jalen Brunson, boy. Hey, boy, I see you out here, my guy. You over there balling. Yeah, you balling. And, hey, just because of you, that's why I don't see this going to game 7. I feel like you're going to close it out tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I said it. Hey, the New York Knicks are going to go on to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time. And I think they in like 20 years. It's been a long time now. I think the first time since the 90s. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute, man. The Eastern Conference Finals. Hey, the New York Knicks, are you ready to punch your ticket? Hey, I know y'all New York. Hey, y'all New York fans crazy, man. I know y'all ready. I know y'all ready. All right, so if you don't know, like I said, this series is tied 3-2. The New York Knicks, they have the momentum right now. Like I said, Jalen Brunson, he just went for 40. All right, but the Pacers, they ain't down and out. The Pacers stole 2 straight games. Like at the end of the day, the New York Knicks, they're here and they're ready, but the Pacers, they here and they ready too. And I can see the Pacers coming out swinging because guess what? They back's going to be against the wall. They're going to want to force a game 7, but I don't know if they got that in their bag. You think they got it in the bag? I don't know. You got to let me know. Let me know in the comments if you think the Pacers can pull it off, if you think the Pacers can get over the hump, if you think the Pacers can go on to the next level and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and force a game 7. I don't think they can do it. I know they can't do it, but we're going to see. So, seriously, though, like, I got the New York Knicks winning tomorrow. I got the New York Knicks going on to the Eastern Conference Finals, the matchup against the Celtics. Because at the end of the day, whoever wins this game tonight, they will end up playing potentially the Celtics next Tuesday. You feel me? To go ahead and start the Eastern Conference Finals. And I believe that team is going to be the Knicks, and I believe that game will be happening next Tuesday because the New York Knicks tomorrow, they will close out the Pacers, and I can foresee Jalen Brunson for that last closeout game playing the Pacers. I can see him put up another 40. At the end of the day, they don't have an answer for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson gets anything he wants. He facilitates, and he impacts the game on every single level. And then you got that boy Josh Hart, who ain't going for none. That boy been shooting the lights out, and he's been balling, impacting the game in every way. They got a lot of firepower over there, you know, on that New York Knicks bench. And them players, they ain't coming off the court. And now, like I told you the other day, they needed a little break now. They had to get their legs under them. Now they legs under them. Now they feeling look good after playing all these minutes, and now they ready. So we're going to see what the Pacers do. We're going to see if the Pacers can withhold, you know, their runs, and we're going to see if the Pacers can grab a hold of this series momentum again. Because if they can, it's going to get interesting. It's going to get serious. All right, but I got the New York Knicks. I got them winning tomorrow. I got the Pacers. You know, I got y'all coming back next year. I got the Pacers maybe competing next year even more. You know, maybe getting to Eastern. Nah, I'm guessing. I'm not. I don't see them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not even gonna throw that out there. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But anyway, let me move on real quick. Hey, look, y'all Pacers fans like, yeah, you. Hey, I'm with you. I was lying. I was just playing. But anyway, seriously though, man, the Pacers, they showing us though, seriously, that they're gonna be around for some years and they're gonna be here to compete. Because right now they're competing against the New York Knicks. And this series has been a great series. It's been a little bit of back and forth, but I got the New York Knicks keeping the momentum of this series, and I got the New York Knicks going on to win this game and then going on to play the Celtics. So now moving on to the Celtics. All right, the Celtics, they just beat Cleveland. All right, the Celtics, they're locked and loaded, and now they chilling at the crib, resting and getting ready for whoever they gonna play, but they gonna play the Knicks. I'm just telling you here. You heard it here first. So the Celtics, man, they just beat Cleveland. And with them beating Cleveland, like I see them beating whoever come out between the Pacers and the New York Knicks. And it's gonna be the New York Knicks. I see them beating the New York Knicks because they just have more firepower. And I feel like this is the year that the Celtics potentially can look like they're gonna pull it out. Because I don't got them winning the finals. I got them making it to the finals. I got them maybe forcing it to be game 6 or 7 with maybe Denver or maybe Minnesota, whoever they end up playing. But I got this being a really good series at the end of the day. You feel me? For when they come out. But the Celtics, I don't know if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, if they have that championship pedigree, because they're young and they still got time. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get over the hump this year. I don't know if they got that in their bag now, but only time will tell. So we're going to see how this Eastern Conference plays out. This Eastern Conference Finals matchup plays out when the New York Knicks beat the Pacers to bye. I'm foreseeing it happening. Even if it goes to game 7, I still got the New York Knicks winning. to play the Celtics, but I don't think either if the Pacers won, I don't think they can beat the Celtics. And when the New York Knicks win, I don't think they can beat the Celtics. So I got the Celtics coming out the East, but them potentially losing in 6 or 7 games to Denver or to the Minnesota Timberwolves, whoever wins that series. All right. So I really don't want to talk about, the Celtics anymore. I really don't even want to talk about the East no more, but we got to touch on one player. Donovan Mitchell. Yes, you just got up out of there. You just got sent home. You ain't bring out the brooms. Y'all won one game, and y'all won that game. Then was it because of you? Yeah, it was. I ain't gonna guess. It was because you made the series a little interesting, before you had that calf strain. But Donovan Mitchell, you got some decisions to make, my guy. Are you gonna leave Cleveland? Are you gonna go ahead and get out of there and go to a contender? I think so. So if you don't know, Donovan Mitchell, he is set to be on the market this year. Reason is because it's not working out in Cleveland. And then also, he got my Lakers. Yeah. Hey, you see that boy? You see that boy over there? You see that jersey? Yeah, the Lakers. You feel me? Hey, we might want him. we might need him out there with brah. You feel me? So if you haven't heard, Donovan Mitchell, he might end up landing with 3 teams. Right now, the Miami Heat are looking like an early favorite to land Donovan Mitchell. The Los Angeles Lakers are looking like a favorite to land Donovan Mitchell, or the Brooklyn. I'm sorry. Brooklyn. Yes, the Brooklyn Nets. They're looking like a favorite to land Donovan Mitchell as well. Donovan Mitchell, he's still under contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but it's looking like the Cleveland Cavaliers are trying to trade him to gain some assets to kind of build around their young players and build around that young star that they have in Garland. So we're going to see how this ends up shaking out. Donovan Mitchell, I can see him potentially becoming a Laker. I can see him potentially, helping out the Lakers because he is a bucket. You feel me? And he could be that third star that the Lakers need. LeBron, hey, he on his last leg now. LeBron only got about 1 or 2 more seasons legitimately to compete for a championship, him and AD. So if they can get Donovan Mitchell, if he can come along for the ride, and if he can prove his worth out here in LA, hey, I'm here for it. But it's going to be interesting to see if LA has enough pieces to offer Cleveland and if Cleveland wants to accept that trade. Because Donovan Mitchell is still tied to Cleveland. He's not a free agent at all by any means. But they are talking about moving him. And the teams that they're talking about moving him to is to the Lakers, like I said, to the Brooklyn Nets, like I said, or potentially to Miami. Hey, if that boy go to Miami with Tyler Hero and that boy Jimmy Buckets, boy, hey, it was supposed to be Dame. But guess what? I'll take Donovan. And I had them being right there in the Eastern Conference Finals next year. I promise you. If they get Donovan Mitchell, if Jimmy Butler can get him another star, like a Dame Lillard, like a Donovan Mitchell, because Dame Lillard, hey, he could potentially land there too, but that's another story for another day. We ain't going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about that later because I want to say that topic because I got a lot to talk about that. But right now, it's kind of slow motion out over there with the Bucks. We don't know what Dame's going to do. We don't know what Dame wants. We're going to talk about that shortly. But as of right now, though, Donovan Mitchell, you got some decisions to make. Talk to that front office because I think your worth is not being valued in Cleveland. Cleveland has a ceiling, and y'all ceiling is right here. At the end of the day, y'all can't go nowhere further. The ceiling all the way up here. Y'all down, yeah, like I said, your ceiling right here with them. So let's make it make sense. You got to move on, my guy. Go to a contender. Go to Miami. Go to Los Angeles. Either way, you won't be wrong. Either way, hey, I'd love to see it because guess what? I like Miami on the low too. I'm damn a Miami Heat fan on the low. Hey, it's a Flash jersey. Hold on, you can't see the jersey over here. Actually, I'll show y'all real quick. I got this jersey in here too. To represent my guy. You feel me? That guy who played, who played in Miami. You feel me? That guy. You feel me? He just a Chicago product. You feel me? He just from Chi-Town. D Wade, SO to Wade County out there in Miami. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell, man. Hey, I want you to land him with a contender. I want you to be with a contender because I want to see what you're really made of when the playoffs are here and when you're actually on a solid and valuable team where you're not the only guy. So, hey, I want to see it, and I'm here for it. So, Donovan Mitchell, hopefully you land somewhere good. And, hopefully, you can get to a team where they'll see your value and you can make a deep run in these playoffs and we can see that star, pedigree that we've seen in Cleveland for spurts, on full display. So, moving on, though. Hey, the Lakers, if you haven't heard, I'm tired of talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. If you haven't heard, the Los Angeles Lakers, They still talking about hiring JJ Redick, man. Why? Why y'all want to do this to me? Why? I'm tired of switching coaches every year, man. All right, I'm playing, but seriously though, why? Why? They saying right now that JJ Redick is the front runner. Yes, the front runner to be the Los Angeles Lakers head coach. And I still feel the same way about this. I don't want him to be in Los Angeles. JJ, I love you. I like you. But I'm trying to potentially look like we gonna win a ring. I don't want us to win the ring. You feel me? Because I don't want Brown to get fired, because then we got to have a different discussion about my GOAT. So I ain't saying LeBron gonna be my GOAT, but we gonna have to have that discussion for real. Because I be entertaining it once in a while, but the only reason I don't have to entertain all the way because we got 5 here. I'm just saying, you feel me? Hey, for my debates, I need that 5. I gotta stand on that. So, but I want us to look like we gonna win a championship, but we ain't gotta really win one. And if we get JJ ready to coach us, we ain't gonna win one. At the end of the day, listen, if the Los Angeles Lakers can buy in to JJ Redick potentially actually being the coach of LeBron, can let the other players know that, no, he's our coach. We're going to give him the respect. We're going to listen to him. Yes, it's his first season, but we're going to help him out, and everybody's going to buy in to him. Then it can potentially work. JJ Redick can potentially work as a coach. Anthony Davis can come along. He can vouch for him as well. They can have their 2 top leaders vouching for this man who's never coached before, who's never been on an NBA bench, who's only doing X's and O's on ESPN. Him. They can potentially buy into him and potentially make it work. But why? Why even do that to us? Why? I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need the headache. But LA, y'all always seem like y'all want to play with me. So it's okay. It's cool. I'm going to let it slide, though. But seriously, I don't want JJ Redick to be my coach, man. I don't. But with them saying he's in the running potentially to be the lead coach, and honestly, with the Lakers and Jenny Buss and our history, I can see him making this motherfucker the coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't too many other options out there, so fuck it. But guaranteed, hey, LeBron, you gonna be staying at 4, so I'm okay with that. That's another topic for another day. But I just wanted to hit on that real quick because I had to. It was just ramblings, through the NBA, and we've been talking everything NBA as of late because obviously it's the NBA playoffs. So I don't know. We're going to see, man. We're going to really see how it ends up shaking and how it ends up going. But now, for the topic of topics. Now for the topic that I know some of y'all came here to hear. Now for the topic that I know y'all wanted me to touch on last episode, but I couldn't. Drake and Kendrick. Is the beef over? It ain't over, but it's over. So, with the Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef, it is now potentially over, but it's not over. So, if you don't know, right now, for like the last week and a half, I would want to say, it's been quiet in hip hop. There's been a lot of undercover beefs, a lot of, lit jabs and stuff like that. But that Not Like Us record, I'm still seeing it everywhere. It's in the clubs. It's on TikTok. It's in Instagram Reels. Yeah. I'm tired of listening to the song. I'm tired of listening to it. Drizzy, I need a bop for the summer. A lot of people got Kendrick winning the beef. Kendrick, in my opinion, as of right now, he is up in the beef. I'm not going to say that the beef is over. Maybe I'm just being a naive Drake fan. It'd be like that. But the beef is over. If I'm being honest. The beef is over. They've stopped dropping. They stopped throwing subliminals. They stopped throwing left and right hooks at each other. Kendrick dropped the bop. Drake dropped some great music. Kendrick dropped some great music. At the end of the day, it was fun. It was exciting. It put hip hop back on the map. It had the goddamn whole world talking about it. Drake just got some personal stuff that's going on. with his security guard being shot at in front of his house, your home, your sanctuary, your place. That's tough, man. And you ain't gonna really be able to focus on anything, business wise or anything in your career if you got personal matters going on. So I understand Drake for not responding. I understand Drake for, not bowing out, but kind of taking a back seat a little bit, kind of going to get his man right, focusing on what's important, putting things in perspective, and then taking care of his home life first before he takes care of his, career and give us what we want as fans. Kendrick Lamar, at the end of the day, he came out and he did his thing, man. He outmaneuvered Drake. He beat Drake at his own game in a lot of different ways. It was very, very great to watch this hip hop battle, man. This is the first big hip hop battle of my, generation, of my life so far. Of course, you hear about Nas, you hear about Ice Cube, you hear about all these infamous beefs, but to actually see one of my GOATs and two of the greatest of my generation go at it, it was special, man. It was nothing but special. We got some great music. We got some hits. We got the entertainment. We got hip hop back, like I said, on the map. With this beef though, man, it's kind of bittersweet to talk about it because I ain't gonna lie, my guy, you feel me? We sitting on the bench right now. We sitting on the sidelines. You feel me? We just sitting. So we gotta hold this L for now. You feel me? But it's okay because when my guy dropped them hits again, when you had y'all in the club, like, hold on, that's Drizzy. Okay, he still got us bopping. Okay, he still when you got y'all like that, I don't want to hear all this. All right, I don't want to hear nobody talking about Drake didn't did this, Drake didn't do this. At the end of the day, it was a hell of a beef, man. It was a hell of a battle. It got ugly. These motherfuckers went to hell, in the depths of hell. And I don't think this is gonna be the last time that we hear any subliminals. I don't think that this is the last time we're gonna hear any disses. This beef is gonna go on damn near for life now. I think Kendrick and Drake they're gonna be at it for life. On records, they're gonna be talking about each other. On damn near features, they're gonna be talking about each other still. And this shit is far from over, but it's over. You feel me? Like, as far as the back and forth, as far as the hit for hit, the blow for blow, the round for round, you feel me? Like we was getting, like it was an actual fight, 12 rounds, like that Mike Tyson's coming in. Hey, it got serious now. And I think the seriousness of it, or the serious part, or the most, I think, interesting, or the peak of the beef, of course, it's died down. Of course, it's over for now. But I feel like Drake gonna come back. At the end of the day, he Drake. At the end of the day, he is the biggest. At the end of the day, he is the boy. At the end of the day, he is that guy. You feel me? So with this beef, man, it was a hell of a thing to watch. I don't really got too much else to say about it, man. Like, at the end of the day, Drake gave us what he gave us. Kendrick gave us what he gave us. And it was a hell of a fucking battle, man. At the end of the day, this was history in the making. Regardless if you team Kendrick, regardless if you team Drake, we got some great music. We got to watch two legends go at it. Yeah, they got a little dirty. Yeah, got a little extra. You feel me? But it was still hip hop. At the end of the day, it was still a battle, and it was still entertainment. And they still gave us what we wanted as fans. It was exciting as hell. So at the end of the day, I'm satisfied. My guy, hey, he might not, came out on top in a lot of people's eyes, but he still dropped some hits. He still dropped some music that I'll still bang, and I will still continue to bang and listen to. Kendrick dropped some hits. He dropped the bop. He dropped, some great music too. And what more do you want from two of our greatest legends in hip hop right now? And two of our greatest legends who gonna go down as the best damn near ever. They're gonna be on that top Mount Rushmore. They with the likes of Tupac, Biggie. They with the likes of goddamn Snoop, Ice Cube. They with the likes of these guys. You feel me? Like, they're solidified now in history. Kendrick and Drake are, and they're the top. They're the upper echelon. You feel me? J. Cole, your ass on just outside looking in, your ass in the window, like, damn, what happened? Damn, I thought it was a big three. I thought it was. Nah, J. Cole, your ass on the outside looking in now. You ain't up there. The Mount Rushmore up here, J. Cole, your ass about right there. You was there. We thought you was here, but hey, at the end of the day, you still packed your stuff and left. You still took your ball and went home. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, everybody think you made the smart decision. Everybody looking at you. Damn, if I was J. Cole, I would have did the same. No, because at the end of the day, it's hip hop. At the end of the day, it's a battle. It's all for sport. It's all for fun. And you tuck your tail. It's cool. Sometimes it happens. Everybody walk away from stuff. It be like that. I ain't holding it against you. I'm still gonna listen to your music now. I'm still gonna I'm still gonna have J. Cole bumping in the whip. But on a serious note, though, like this hip hop beef, this genre of hip hop, period, man, is special. And what we got a taste of is a rarity, man. A rarity. All right. The hits, the music, the quality, the features, the samples. Like, god damn, man. Like, hey, if you appreciate hip hop, if you're a hip hop historian, if you're a hip hop fan, if you appreciate the art, the sport, then you enjoyed the hell out of this battle, regardless whoever you was rooting for, Drake or Kendrick, whoever side you was on, you got your money's worth in this battle. And at the end of the day, yeah, it's over, but we still gonna get subliminals. So hey, you still gonna have to break down the lyrics and be like, damn, Drake ass still shooting at him. Damn, Kendrick ass still talking about his ass. Like, it's still gonna be that. You feel me? It's still gonna be fun, you know. And they brought hip hop to the forefront again, and now we just got to have our other artists, we got to have the other people continue to take it to new heights, drop more music, drop some summer bangers, and hey, we're gonna be outside, you feel me? Everybody gonna be outside this summer, you feel me? Hey, it's a hot girl summer. I'm here. Some of y'all need to stay y'all ass in the house for real, but that's another story for another day. All right, but seriously, man, like, hey, at the end of the day, man, I'm loving, you know, what hip hop is. I'm loving the genre. I love what Drake did. I love what Kendrick did. Once again, they gave us what we wanted. They gave us what we needed. They gave hip hop something that we might not never see again, honestly, especially with two of the greatest to ever goddamn pick up a microphone. What more can you ask for, man? Like, seriously, we live through history, and you have to appreciate it. If you're a hip hop historian, if you're somebody who enjoys hip hop, you somebody who enjoys, you know, just the sport of it. If you're a sports fan, period, like, hip hop is a sport. Just like sports are sports, just like the NBA, just like the NFL. It's a sport. And we got what we wanted and what we like in our sports. Like, what? Come on now. You can't complain about that. But, man, on a serious note, man, hey, Kendrick, SO to you. Drake, SO to you. I appreciate y'all, for real. Thank you. Seriously, both of y'all. Kudos, man. Now, hey, before I let y'all up out of here, hey, I just want to talk about one thing, man. You know, I'm gonna give you a couple of gems, you know, to go ahead and take home with you. You feel me? I just want to say this, man. Hey, don't let your past dictate and block your blessings of the future. Don't let what happened to you before stop what you got coming to you in the future. Continue to battle, man. Continue to go after your dreams. Continue to go after your goals. Like, man, believe in yourself, man. Believe in everything that you got going on. Have the courage, have the conviction to just continue to fight, man. Continue to climb, continue to work, continue to grind, and let life work itself out for you in your favor. Stop thinking that you got to have everything figured out. Stop thinking that tomorrow, like, at the end of the day, if I don't get this, if I don't get that, my life is over. It's the end of the world. Life is going to take its course, and just let life do what it's supposed to do. In life, you ain't going to have everything figured out. In life, guess what? It ain't going to go always how you want it to go, but we know that. But all I'm telling you is roll with the punches, man. Enjoy your life and live your life to the fullest, man. Hey, at the end of the day, you get one life. You get to only do this thing one time. So why ain't you living like you want to live? How come you ain't doing what you want to do? You get one life. And if you're lucky, damn near, you only get 75 years on this motherfucker. If you're lucky, you only get 75 falls, 75 winters, 75, you feel me, autumns. Hey, shit, go fast, man. Make sure you're living. Make sure every single day you're smiling. Make sure every single day you're embracing this thing called life and you enjoying your life. Even if you ain't where you want to be yet, even if you're down and out or you feel like you're down and out, guess what? You ain't never. Hey, you have to start believing in you. You got to start believing in your story. You got to start believing in your journey, man. Life is going to be lifing. Life is going to damn near slap you upside the head sometimes. You feel me? Life is going to humble you, you know? But at the end of the day, as long as you waking up every day, you have another opportunity to go after what you want. As long as you waking up every day, you got another opportunity to believe. As long as you waking up every day, you have another opportunity to achieve and do what you set out to. Do whatever you put this brain to, whatever you got this brain focusing on, go do that and do it at a high level. Believe in it. And please, just try. Just try whatever you want to. Because guess what? This life is not promised. You have to sometimes do unorthodox things to sometimes get a vision that only you can see. Sometimes, guess what? You got to go ahead and take risks. Sometimes you got to go ahead and set yourself in a fire and put your back against the wall and fight your way out. Sometimes you got to figure it out, man. And with this life stuff, you going to figure it out. Take it one day at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. Hey, it's okay to not have it figured out. It's okay to have some things up and down. It's okay to have some things not going your way. That's how life is supposed to go sometimes. You ain't going to always have it all figured out. But what you need to do is continue to go forward. Continue to have your sights set on going towards something, going towards a goal, going towards what you want. Hey, life is precious. Enjoy it, embrace it, and wake up with a smile on your goddamn face. Because guess what? If you waking up every single day, it's another opportunity for you to go after what you want. You ain't got to get there tomorrow. You ain't got to get there next week. You ain't got to get there next month. But you need to be on a constant pursuit of your end goal, of your thing that you really want. Whatever it is, it can be anything. But be on a constant pursuit of that. Believe in where you're headed and where you're going. And I guarantee you, you're going to ultimately get and end up where you want to be. So God bless you, man. Keep working. Y'all keep dialing it out here. Keep chasing your dreams. Keep chasing your goals, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in with your boy. All right, it's been a hell of an episode, but guess what? Hey, your boy got to go ahead and catch some G's. That's some G's. Boy, what the fuck? I got to go to sleep. Yeah, I got to go to sleep. It's about that time. But I got to go ahead and catch some Z's. But, man, hey, seriously, though, man, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. I knew I was gonna give y'all another little fumble. Boy, sometime I'm gonna need one of y'all to cut all these little clips, all these little bloopers of my ass saying the wrong words, twisting words, creating my own goddamn words. I'm gonna need a blooper of that. All right, I'm gonna need one of y'all to do me that favor. But seriously though, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all coming back. I'm sorry for the first half of this video. My audio was not audioing. So, but it's okay. We figured it out, man. Still make the best of it. You know, SO to the WNBA, SO to the NFL, SO to the NBA, man. I love my sports. SO to Drake, SO to Kendrick. Today has been a hell of an episode. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate you coming back. And hey, before you get out of here, I need you to do me one favor. Please do me this one favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and then make sure you're sending this to your mama, your daddy, your best friend of another friend, Lit Johnny, Lit Timmy, Lit Susie, Lit Joanna, and send this to everybody. Everybody. You understand me? That you know. So that way they can get some gems with a Z as well. But thank you for tuning into the Go to Gems podcast, man. Thank you for always showing your boy some love. And guess what? Guess what? We out. Deuces. And hey, make sure you come back for more. Yo, shit like that. Nah, like that. Yo, like that. Deuces. Hey, remember, hey, stay blessed out here. I'm proud of you. Keep going. Know where you're headed. Know where you're going. And hey, keep on that constant pursuit because you're going to get your dreams and your goals. Yeah. Shit like that.